Hello, and welcome back to the 20th Century Dude channel. So, I've waited almost 6 months to do this video because of this contraption here. This is a Montgomery Ward Stereo CED Video Disc player. And what a wonderful machine it is. Of course, when it's actually fixed and hook up and whatnot. Let me just tell you, we have a pretty long story. I've wanted to do this video for months, primarily because when I got it at an estate sale with Burkett, I paid way more than I wanted, and I figured, okay, well, it's at least a super nice player, what could go wrong? Well, it turns out a lot could go wrong. So I will open her up quickly, and I will show you just all we had to do to get this thing repaired. So I will start out and say, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, might not be the most Christ-like thing for me to say, but whoever designed this player back in the day, you were an idiot. I'm just going to say that, because this thing was an absolute hassle to open up and repair. So for one, what was the original problem? So originally, we were having a belt problem because the thing would load and we could not get this thing to play at all. So we thought, okay, maybe there's some belts that just need replaced. No biggie, because the belt, and we'll, like this one you see here, had melted to goo. So there was goo all throughout the inside of this player because over time, the belts had just melted. So that wasn't good. So after doing a cleanup job, getting the belts replaced, we thought, okay, so that should be it for this player, right? Wrong. That was not it for this player, and the massive overhaul therefore began. So we had to tear out the circuit board, and let me tell you, trying to make sure all these little cords and connectors go in the right spot, yeah, that took some patience and research, because unfortunately we also didn't take as many pictures as we should have. That's on me, honestly. But anyway, the main problem at that point was the turntable belt for this player. Apparently, the turntable belt had snapped and also, of course, turned to goo, but you could not just pick up a turntable belt very easily. Of course not, because nobody made the original belt for this machine anymore, and not to mention, there wasn't even a part number for it. So it's not like we could just find what we needed because, well, by our standards now, this thing no longer existed. So how on earth were we going to pull it off? Then steps in Josh Gibson from CED Tom, and God bless that man for helping us with all our CED video needs. But anyway, so he says we could do a process called grooving the pulley. So he puts a groove into the little pulley wheel, and then he gives us a new type of turntable belt to then loop it around, and then of course attach to the pulley, get that attached back in. Of course, with all the circuit board and all the little pieces, we got to put that all back together meticulously. So that was quite an adventure, but I am proud to say that this wonderful video disc player, it now works, and it will now serve as my main unit from now until the end of time, or at least until it stops working again. Though, to be fair, if it stops working again and we got to tear the machine apart, I feel like I'll just sell it for parts, pretty much. But anyway, we're gonna do a video demonstration very soon of this machine, because I know you're dying to see this puppy run. Of course, we have the typical, stop, play, visual search, rapid access, those kind of functions for CED. And in a minute, I'll show you what else this player comes with. That's right, it's this little stereo adapter we have right here. So apparently, I don't know if this is the case with all models. I think some of them have a stereo built into them. But for this one, it has a little stereo attachment if you wanted to play your stereo disc. Of course, Those would be the ones in the blue caddy. So we have here your channel A and channel B. And this is for the bilingual function on some discs, because CED, believe it or not, was actually the first format to alternate languages on a disc. Of course, you only had English and Spanish, but you could actually navigate between the both of them with these buttons. So that's this little stereo adapter. Of course, it requires a separate plug to plug in. And we have also a wired remote. I would have preferred wireless, but I don't think I have any wired remotes for any of my machines. So this is a nice little piece for that. Now, as far as loading a disc into the machine, it's just pretty much as follows. You stick it in, wait for it to click, pull it out, boom, done. Of course, I'm not going to use Rocky IV to play because unfortunately this disc does not work at all. But I just wanted to show you a little bit of the inside and getting this in and out. The other player I have, you have to, it takes the caddy in for you, and then you can pull it out. But this one, it's a bit more manual. You have to put a teensy bit more work in it, but that's okay. I rather do enjoy this player, so I can't really complain. So let's take a trip to demonstration land, and we'll give you a proper video disc demonstration of this machine. Now we're getting her all fired up.
If this man survives,
keep you living a clean life.
I'll do okay, you know.
Need someone to help with the exercise and someone standing by with a towel or running errands, you know that.
Hey, yo, Paul, who cared about me yesterday? I'm nobody, so I just think I'm going to train myself.
So you're not exactly going to get the right resolution and picture quality on the TV as what I would hope on shooting this from the iPhone. Let's turn the volume down a little bit.
I think Rocky's got a good chance.
But it sounds pretty good, and it comes through exactly as it's supposed to. Of course, this CED disc might also be a little worn out, so that might be why it doesn't maybe look as kind as what it could. There's definitely a lot of disc scratches and dirt. The CED player itself, it runs a bit loud. It's kind of a loud player, but hey, at least everything is up and running. It sounds pretty good. Here is our wired remote. So let's see how good the wired remote performs. Good. Good. I have the pause feature, and that just lifts the needle up, so when you play, right back to normal. And we do the chapter search by minutes.
Second chance.
Alright, so the wire remote looks pretty good. We have the stereo adapter here for this Montgomery Ward player, but since this is a mono disc, you're not really going to see, or hear in this case, any major difference when it comes to sound on this TV. So let's put in one with stereo and see how it sounds. Now, the way it's hooked up in the back, it's a little weird. they still only have one plug for the audio, so I had to have a little adapter here. So even though this is technically a stereo player, there's still one audio output in the back, which is probably why, hence, this adapter comes in handy. Let's push play for The Wrath of Khan, one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't think it looks too bad itself. No, it's still gonna have a little bit of disc dirt on it, as you would typically expect with a CED. Ah, lovely. Of course, it's entirely possible this disc may not have been stored in the greatest of fashions. Not to mention the fact that, you know, it's a CED, so it's going to age worse than most formats. I probably shouldn't play this for too terribly long, because I know I'm going to get hit with the copyright strikes. The sound is pretty good. So not a bad little adapter, I will say. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Ah, yes, this is SETI Alpha 5.
Ah, Dr. Marcus. Good. They're en route to you and should be there in 3 days.
En route? Why? We weren't expecting you for another 3 months. Has something happened?
Nothing has happened.
There's a
CT
skipping.
Alpha 6 has checked out.
And I don't understand why you're coming.
We have received new orders. Upon our arrival at Regular 1, all materials of Project Genesis will be transferred to this ship for immediate...
You know, it's also entirely possible some CED enthusiasts think that CED has superior picture quality to VHS. I would disagree with that statement, at least to a point. I suppose maybe it depends on the disc and how well it was stored. If a CED is brand new and was stored properly, I have a feeling, yeah, it probably would play better in VHS, but from what I can tell with all my VHS units, all of them play better than CED. The picture quality looks superior anyway. But, yeah, this is the CED player. So I hope you enjoyed this little video of mine and enjoyed the new Montgomery Ward player here. And hope to catch you on the fly. See you, God bless you all, and live long and prosper.